All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, a great millstone who taught me this truth. Sincere Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, it's your brother Matana back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And, hang on real quick. Let me turn this situation off real quick. How do I turn this shit off? Okay, yeah, just so my screen don't keep on going off. Yeah, so I got this article right here, Blacklisted News. It says as Biden warns of Armageddon, more off ramps explode. Okay, Armageddon, all right, is the time period that we're in, and when you get that word Armageddon, you get just a basic definition for it. It says a biblical hill of Megiddo, an archaeological site on the plain of Drelon, south of present-day Haifa in Israel, out there in the Middle East. Okay, but the second definition, it says the place where the last battle between good and evil will be fought. You see? The place of the last battle where good and evil will be fought. All right. And, what you see right now in the news, the hot topic in the news right now is World War III. OK, because Russia is pretty much attacking Ukraine. All right. Which that's biblical prophecy. OK, so Russia attacking Ukraine is causing other nations to get involved because America is allies with Ukraine. All right, Russia has their allies. All right, so everybody's starting to get involved on this little situation that Russia has stirred up. Okay, and the end results of that is going to be Armageddon. Okay, and the Lord is going to eventually return. Okay, in the midst of them going to war, because World War III is getting ready to kick off. All right, it's already happening, really. Okay, World War III has already kicked off. Okay, because there's certain things that Russia has done, that America has done, that these other countries have done to each other that cannot be reversed. They can't be overlooked. The only thing that these nations can do is just move forward and prepare for war. OK, it's non-negotiable at this point. America has assassinated certain individuals. Russia has went beyond boundaries. North Korea and South Korea, they're at each other's throat. OK, it's to the point to where it can't be reconciled. The only thing that can happen now is that they get into an all-out war, and it's the last man standing. OK. At least that's their plans. All right. But what's really going to go down is, when that war is hot and it's thick and it's officially World War III. And I'm talking about on a popular level. OK, because right now we're just hearing rumors of wars, as just as Matthew the 24th chapter talks about. I'm talking about World War III. The average American jackass knows that it's World War III. There's military drafts out here in America. Buildings is getting blown up out here because, these opposing nations are sending, pretty much secret agents to come blow shit up over here. Martial laws in effect. Foreign troops, tanks are all in the cities. I'm talking about in that time period. OK, right now it's still a rumor of war. But when that time period comes, OK, that's when the battle is going to be hot and heavy. All right. That's when everything is going to be to the full extent turned up. OK, when that time period comes, that's when the Lord is going to make his grand return. You see. The Lord is going to make his grand return in the midst of the war. okay, and shut everybody down. All right. But let's read a little bit about this. It says at a Manhattan fundraiser, President Joe Biden shared with Democratic donors that from his vantage point, the world faces the prospect of Armageddon. So the president of the United States, okay, is telling you that Armageddon is about to go down. Okay, pretty much World War III, the war of all wars is about to go down. Okay, this is your president telling you that, man. All right, they can't withhold that information anymore because it's getting too it's getting too real. It's becoming too much of a reality. You know, the economy is failing, and that's because of the wars. You know, resources are being depleted and not being accessible, and that's because of the wars. All right. So, you know, pretty soon the devil is just going to have to take the gloves off. He going to have to get that martial law cracking out here. He going to have to start drafting men and women out here in this country to go fight that war. It's, you know, they're not going to be able to keep this facade and these delusions up and all this entertainment and Kanye West popping out the woodwork saying a whole bunch of bullshit. All right. They're not going to be able to keep doing that. OK, pretty soon they're just going to have to tell you what it is. All right. And what it is, just as Joe Biden said right here, what it is Armageddon, World War III. OK, it says Vladimir Putin is not joking when he talks about potential use of tactical nuclear weapons. Yeah, he's saying Putin is not joking about that. OK, you know, see, these people in America, they take everything for granted. OK, they see things that's on the news. They see, you know, Vladimir Putin. They see Kim Jong-un. They see Israel being attacked by Iran, the war in Syria. They see all these things, and then they just think that, oh, well, that's just something that's just going to fly by, you know, in the next couple months, and we won't even hear about it anymore. You know, that's because Esau has conditioned these people to just cleave on to fantasies. OK, so these people, they're so conditioned into just cleaving on to lies, fantasies, and delusions that now when something serious is on the news, now nobody knows how to receive it. Everybody's just brushing it off like it's not that big of a deal. But Joe Biden is saying out of his own mouth, Vladimir Putin he's not joking about those nuclear missiles, man. And you know what? Let's get this scripture right here because, you know, the nuclear missiles are in the Bible, man. OK, and here it is right here. This is 2nd Esdras 16:13. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. Yeah. Let me see if is there any more meat on that? No, we'll just get back to this. It says, read it at the top again. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. What are those bows? The bows can represent those nuclear silos. Pretty much the big machines that the nuclear missiles get shot out of. OK, it says his arrows that he shooteth are sharp. Yeah, and those arrows represent the nuclear missiles, because when you look at a nuclear missile, let's just get a picture real quick. When you look at a nuclear missile, all right, it resembles an arrow. OK, it looks like an arrow. All right, look at that. That looks just like an arrow. Like when you have a bow and arrow, you see, you know, it's shaped like an arrow. It has the same point. You know what I mean? The dynamics, the way that it bends, the way that it flies through the air is the same. And then you go to bow and arrow. Look, you see? Boom. We'll just get that right there. But yeah, that looks like the nuclear missile. You see? That resembles a nuclear missile. All right. So that's why in this context, it refers to those nuclear missiles as arrows. It says, and shall not miss. Okay, because when Vladimir Putin and them other nations, when they shoot them nuclear missiles over here to America and completely destroy this place, all right, and that's the Lake of Fire. That the Lake of Fire is not, that Christianity fable where you go underground. Everybody who dies, not everybody, but everybody who's evil, they die and they go underground, and Satan is there with his demons, and they torturing you for all eternity, and you're in that lake of fire burning for the rest of your existence. You know what I'm saying? No, that lake of fire is going to be America. Okay, that lake of fire is going to be America, and those other nations. Okay, Russia, Iran, China. They're gonna blow this place off the map. All right, and they're gonna submerge this place in fire. Okay, with those nuclear missiles. It says when they begin, and this is the point right here, that when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. All right, meaning from one side of the earth to the other side of the earth. Now, can you get a bow and arrow and shoot a bow and arrow from, let's just say, Washington D.C. all the way to Brazil? Can you shoot a bow and arrow from New York all the way unto Germany? No, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Bow and arrows are not designed to shoot that far. Okay, when you shoot an arrow, it's not designed to shoot that far. If you got the bow and arrow, but what arrow can do that is a nuclear missile. All right, so that's why it says from one ends of the earth, of the world. Okay, from one side of the earth to another side of the earth. Okay, a nuclear missile has that capability. All right, and when you go back to this article, okay, it says Vladimir Putin is not joking when he talks about potential use of tactical nuclear weapons. You see, tactical nuclear weapons. All right, and that's all they've been talking about in the news. You got these countries. All they doing is just threatening each other. I'll blow you off the map. I'll shoot that. I'll shoot this missile over there. I'll shoot this missile over there. I'll blow you up. You see, because everybody's flaunting on their nuclear capability, and what's gonna happen in the end of all this? Okay, they're all gonna turn their attention towards America. Okay, and blow this place off the earth. Okay. That's, out there in Russia, they just did like a celebration talking about death to America. Death to America. All right. And you got other countries that's saying the same thing, talking about death to America, man. So how long do you think that they're going to keep saying that and not do nothing about it? Nah, that's the spirit of the Lord, stirring their minds up. Okay. To do that, to say that, all right, because it's biblical prophecy. All right, let me get this script real quick. This is Ezekiel 38, 3 and 4. It says, and say, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And that represents Russia. Okay. Meshech and Tubal, Gog, that land region is over there in Russia. All right. So the Lord is talking about the Russians in this context right here. OK. It says in the key word right here in that verse I just read is I am against thee. All right. Yeah, because the Lord is against Russia, too. But at the same time, the Lord is using Russia to fulfill biblical prophecy. All right. Because once the Lord come back, the Lord going give Russia the smackdown as well. OK. But the Lord at this moment, the Lord is using Russia. OK, to, get prepared for that final war and then, get all them nuclear missiles ready. So that way they could shoot those nuclear missiles over here to the United States of America and burn this place with fire. All right, because this country, America, is the land of witchcraft. It's the land of graven images, as it says in the book of Jeremiah. OK, America is by far definitely the most wicked place on earth. All right. By far. Definitely. OK. And the Lord is tired of this place. OK. And, the Lord, even said that the Lord is going to destroy Babylon as he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. How did the Lord destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? Pretty much fire from heaven. You know what I mean? Fire and brimstone from heaven. The fire and the brimstone came from the heavens, came from the sky, and burned Sodom and Gomorrah up. So it's going to be the same exact scenario for America. That fire is going to come from the sky. That the fire is going to come from the heavens, man. All right, and that's going to be them nuclear missiles. It says, verse 4. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And what does it mean when the Lord is putting hooks into thy jaws? Meaning that the Lord is drawing out Russia to get back into that Soviet USSR spirit again. All right. When they fought with America in World War II. See, when Russia went to war with America in World War II. All right. Russia was they was like some dogs. They were a tough opponent. All right. They didn't hold back. They were more aggressive. They were more brutal. You know what I mean? Heartless, cold. OK, you could see them Russians is getting back to that. They're getting back to that spirit. So that's what it means when the Lord is putting hooks into thy jaws, because when you go fishing and you cast out that rod, you know what I mean? Or is it I think it's the reel. No, that's not the reel. It's the rod. Okay, well, basically, when you cast out that line, that fishing line. Okay, I'm tripping. When you cast out that fishing line, right, and you catch a fish, and the fish goes for the bait and bites the bait on the hook, the hook pretty much pierces the fish's jaw. So that way you can pull the fish out and the fish can't go nowhere. You can reel the fish you can capture the fish. So that's what the Lord is doing in the spirit with them Russians, with Vladimir Putin. The Lord is putting them hooks into Russia's jaws and drawing them out for war. You know what I mean? That's why Russia is a hot topic right now on the news. OK, that's why they're so relentless about destroying Ukraine. You would have thought that they would have just gave up already. But nah, they got a mission. OK, they got a mission. And, they're going to conquer, Europe first. They're going to conquer that region out there in Europe, because that's their home base. That's their home. That's their home land region. And then they're going to make they way over here to the west, to the Western hemisphere, which is America. OK, it says, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen. OK, all the armies, horses and horsemen. All right. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing Russia, all their armies, tanks, missiles. All right. Russia is sending thousands of troops out there to Ukraine. They're drafting people out there. OK, so the Lord is drawing Russia out, and they coming with their armies and their horses and they tanks and their military might. It says all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. Yeah, that armor is, talking about they military capability, all they weapons, all they technology. This is the time to where they just going to, put all cards on the table. You know what I mean? Russia is just going to put all cards on the table and say, fuck it. We got to go for the big fish. And the big fish is ultimately to conquer the world. But they got to. But the only way that they can do that in their mind, OK, how they feel that the only way that they can do that is if they destroy the Western powers, which is NATO and the EU and primarily America, because everybody outside of America knows that America is the whore that rideth on the beast. America is a defiled place. OK, and it's poisoning the minds of everybody. OK. So, they're going to come over here and pretty much, destroy this place, with their nuclear capability. It says even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Yep, going into that military capability again, and military weapons, everything they got, them tanks, fighter jets, guns that could melt the insides, melt somebody's internal organs. What else do they got, man? They got super soldiers. They got all types of shit, man. That they gonna go to war with. You know what I mean? When this World War III officially cracks off, they gonna hit the battlefield with some shit. Okay, they gonna hit the battlefield with some high level military grade weapons, man. Okay, so that's what the Lord is drawing them out with. The Lord is drawing them out. And with them, Salakia, the Lord is drawing them out with that military might. Okay, so that's why Putin is talking about. Yeah, he pretty much, thinks that. No, Joe Biden. My bad. That's why Joe Biden is pretty much saying, yeah, Putin is going to use them nuclear missiles. You know what I mean? Putin is not joking about them nuclear missiles. Armageddon is close. All right, because they know that Russia is rising up. OK, so let me get Zephaniah 3 and 8. OK, because like I said, even though Armageddon is going to happen, even though World War III is going to happen, and it's going to get absolutely bad out here, man. The world is getting ready to change. It's getting ready to turn into, the American nightmare out here. OK, when that war officially pops off, man, you're going to see detrimental effects on the American civilization out here, man. All right. But, in the midst of that war, OK, that's when the Lord is going to return. OK, the Lord is going to return, and he is going to put all the nations that are fighting against each other. He gonna put them to rest. OK, because it's going to be time to set up the kingdom of heaven. All right. This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. It says, therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord. Yeah, you got to wait on the Lord. OK, there's really nothing you can do, even though we see, all these calamities in the news. It's all these things happening and all these situations popping up. There's really nothing that we can do. You know what I mean? There's nothing that we can really do about it. You can't write a letter to Russia and you can't boycott them. You can't, beg them to stop. No, the only thing that you can do is just wait on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. OK, it says until the day that I rise up to the prey. Who's the prey? The prey of these other nations, the wicked. All right, that have capitalized off the suffering of the Israelites. OK. The Lord regards them as prey. Russia is the Lord's prey. America is the Lord's prey. North Korea, South Korea, China, that's the Lord's prey. OK, and the Lord going to show they goofy ass when he comes back. It says, for it is my determination is to gather the nations. All right. What nations? The nations that are going to be involved in World War III. The Lord is gathering them together. OK, and putting it in all these spirits to go to war with each other. That's how he's gathering them. It says that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour out mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Yeah. So the Lord is gathering all the nations to go to war out there in the Middle East. Eventually, this World War III is going to end up in the Middle East. OK, it's going to end up in the Middle East, and they're going to all fight for power. It's going to be an all out war. OK, that Call of Duty shit. When you play Call of Duty and it's just nonstop bullets flying, tanks shooting, buildings blowing up. It's hot. You know what I mean? Niggas is on the battlefield with no arms. Motherfuckers is blown up. Constant gunfire. That's when the Lord is going to come back, when they just going all out, trying to kill each other. OK, that's when the Lord is going to make his grand return. And it says he's assembling them. okay, to pour out his indignation, okay, because the Lord is going to return and he is going to, destroy them. Okay, he's going to destroy them. All right. Okay, when the Lord returns. All right. So, everything that's going on in the news is all according to plan. OK, because this is the Lord's program at the end of the day. All right. So let's get this last script and I'm going to wrap it up. This is 2nd Esdras 13 and verse 1. It says, "And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea that had moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven." Yeah, and that's talking about Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior. Okay, Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior, he's going to come back with his holy angels. That's why it says the thousands of heaven. Okay, wax strong, because when the Lord returns, all right, he gonna come back, as a God. Okay, he gonna come back with that power that can be felt. That's why it says there arose a wind from the sea that had moved all the waves thereof, ultimately talking about that vibration and the Lord coming into this this atmosphere. OK. All right. Because the Lord operates in the what can I say? The 5th dimension, the extraterrestrial dimension. All right. Way, 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 way deep in the heavens. A place where, this mortal flesh cannot go. The Lord operates in a realm that's way beyond this earthly realm, the spiritual realm. OK, so when the Lord returns with his angels, all right, his presence is going to be felt by everyone on the planet. All right. His presence is going to be felt by everyone on the planet. That's why it says moved all the waves thereof. OK, and pretty much this whole earth is the waves going into the waters. Everything on this earth is pretty much founded by water. You know what I mean? Water is pretty much the foundation of life. OK, the atmosphere, the air, the trees, the grass. OK, everything needs water to survive. And everything is pretty much made of water. So when the Lord comes and it says he moves all the waves thereof, meaning that everything on the earth is going to feel his vibration. He's going to move and shift all the energy towards him. OK, because he's going to be that powerful. All right. He's a God. The scriptures say that he's not going to meet when he comes back. He's not going to meet us as a man, meaning that he's coming back as a God. OK, you're not going to be able to hang him up on the cross this time and poke at him and humiliate him. No, when he come back, you're going to be scared for your life. All right. And especially Russia, especially America, especially NATO and the EU, when they look at the Lord, they're going to be scared out of their goddamn mind, bro. All right. They're not going to have that tough spirit, that bullshit that you seen on TV, Independence Day, where they shoot a chariot out the sky and they kill the queen alien. OK. Which probably the king or the queen alien, which probably represents Yahweh Shai, like they're going to be able to kill Yahweh Shai when he comes back. It's not going to be possible. OK, because the Lord is going to come with that angelic energy off the jump. And then the Lord is going to have an angelic weaponry. OK, that exceeds far beyond what mankind can create. And it tells you that right here. Wait, let me keep reading this. It says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Yeah, like I said, everybody going to be afraid. All right. When the Lord comes back, they're going to tremble. They're going to shake. But let's talk about the Lord's weaponry that he's going to use to pretty much end Armageddon. It says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they that burned heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. Yeah. And that's talking about those laser beams that's going to be coming out of those chariots. Okay, because contrary to popular belief, the Lord and his angels, they're going to come back on what people call UFOs. All right. Those so-called UFOs. All right. And those UFOs have the capability to fry and zap people to powder. OK, because they have laser beams on them. All right. So that's why I said all they burn that heard his voice. Yeah, that's talking about them laser beams. The Lord's going to be zapping, Russia's tanks, America's fighter jets. He just going to be zapping them out the air. Easy work, blowing them up, all that. You know what I mean? It's going to be a crazy war. Okay. World War III is going to be crazy. But when the Lord come back and he go to war with these nations, it's going to be out of this world. You know what I mean? People really going to be like, what the fuck? People's eyes is going to get big. You know what I mean? Scared. Some people are going to get a heart attack because the presence of the Lord is going to be so strong, man, that people are just going to drop dead when they see him. Okay. Let's go down to, we'll keep going right here to 5, and then I'll jump down. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Yeah. That's talking about when the Lord come back. Okay. All these nations that are going to war in World War III, they're going to turn their attention towards the Lord and his angels, and they're going to fight with the angels. They're going to stop their war. Okay, Russia's going to stop going to war with America. America's going to stop going to war with China. Everybody's going to stop their war, okay, and fight against the Lord and his angels, okay, because that's going to be the biggest threat. That's going to be a bigger threat than any of them, than all of them combined. So they're all going to have to pretty much just say, hey, we got to come together, okay, and, go to war with that man who just came into our atmosphere. We got to go to war with them UFOs. They didn't come for peace. Okay. But it's going to be a clean sweep. All right. It's really not even going to be a war. It's just going to be a slaughter. Okay. It's going to be a slaughter. That's ultimately what it's going to be. All right. And the Lord is going to clean their ass up. Spick and span, man. All right. And then we'll jump down. And then this is the last script right here. And I'm going to go ahead and close it off. And this is verse 8. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. Yeah. So pretty much everybody, who all the nations who are going to go to war with the Lord, okay, they're going to be afraid. They're going to be petrified. Okay, the sight of him, the vibration, the feeling, knowing that the Lord has came back to destroy them. You know what I mean? That they've been wicked this whole time. All right, they're gonna be afraid, man. All right. But it says they're going to yet durst fight, meaning that they're going to yet dare to fight. They're going to still try it. Okay. And the Lord is going to blow their ass off the map, man. And that's going to be the end of Armageddon. Okay. You know what I mean? Because all these nations, they're going to war right now. World War III, is pretty much has pretty much been constructed off of greed and selfishness and power and just the ability to conquer. That's what these nations is going to war for, because all of these nations, they want to be the next superpower. They want to be the next bully of the earth. Okay. So, they're gonna fight for that title relentlessly, but the Lord is gonna come back in the midst of them fighting, and he's going to be the champion of it all. Okay. That's what they're not counting on. They think that they just going, as long as Russia thinks, as long as we get rid of NATO and the EU, we destroy America, then we can make a slot for us to be the next superpowers on the earth. China think the same thing. Nah, it's not going down like that, Jack. Okay. The Lord is going to come back. That's what they not counting on. The Lord is going to come back and he going to show them what's up. He going to show them something. All right. The Lord is going to be the champion. He's going to be the winner of World War III, of Armageddon. And he is going to be the conqueror. He's going to be the one with the power. All right. Everything on the earth is going to belong to him, not Russia, not China, and no longer America. OK, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. Shalom.